In this video, I would like to offer to your attention a very common solution to painting rows in Excel with alternating colors, and we can use conditional formatting for that. But before I get into the conditional formatting, I'd like to give you an example why you would want to think about using conditional formatting for that. So I'm on this conditional row formatting.xlsx workbook, and I'm in the regular formatting tab or sheet, a regular formatting sheet. So I have a little spreadsheet here, and it's very easy to format rows with alternating color. You simply select one row first and then apply a color, and then you select one more row and then apply a different color. And after that, all you need to do is select both of those rows, click on the paintbrush, the format painter, and simply select the rest of the rows, and that will quickly apply alternating colors to the different rows in this data set. Now, that creates a bit of a problem if you have to delete rows. Let's say I click on row 6 here and simply delete it. I'm going to click on the delete button on the ribbon on the home tab. So now the alternating colors have been messed up. And how do we solve this problem? Conditional formatting is really useful in this case. And there's a very common solution to that you can probably search on the internet and find it. But I'm going to walk you step by step through that solution. To demonstrate how it works, first I'm going to click on the formula sheet and see what kind of formula you would like to use in this particular case, because this conditional formatting will be utilizing a formula. It is a calculation-based conditional formatting rule. So I'm going to create that formula. In order to do that, you need to be aware of two functions. One is a row function. So if you type a formula in cell A4 here, equal sign row, parentheses open, closed, it is really like a argumentless function. You don't really need to do anything. It just returns the row number. And now if I copy that formula, in that same row it shows you the row number. If you copy it down, then it shows you the row number. The row number is taken from the row number, and it's returned as a result in the calculation. So that is not really useful on its own, but we can use it when we make the formula a little bit more sophisticated. Now, the second function that I would like to draw your attention to is the mod function. The mod function, MOD, returns a remainder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a row number, and I will divide it by 2. So let's say we take a row number, and it's either odd or even. Row 4, we can divide it by 2, it's 2. If it's row 5, we divide it by 2. Well, we cannot divide it by 2 and get the integers. We will have a remainder. So the mod function, which I'm going to add to my calculation here, mod of a row, and now I put the second, put a comma, and put the divisor. So I take the row number with this formula and divide it by 2. What is it going to give me? Well, it's either going to be 0 as a remainder, or it will give you 1 as a remainder. 4 divided by 2, no remainder. 5 divided by 2, there's a remainder of 1. 6 divided by 2, no remainder. And so on. So I'm going to accept my change here, and I'm going to copy that into the whole range. And the result that we get is either 0 or 1. Each one of the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on, if you divide it by 2, you will either have a remainder of 1 or 0. Either there's a remainder or no remainder. In this case, 1 and 0 is as good as true or false. It's a Boolean result. So I can use that formula, specifically that formula, in my conditional formatting rule as a calculation. I'm going to Control-C, copy, and now I'm going to apply conditional formatting. I'm going to click on Conditional, and I will apply conditional formatting to achieve the result of alternating colors for my rows in the data set. So I'm going to select the data set, just the data, Conditional Formatting, New Rule, and I need a formula-based rule, so I click on the Use a Formula to determine which cells to format. And now I'm going to collapse the dialog box because I'm going to be typing the formula, and we don't really want to have our data blocked here. So I'm going to paste Control V. So my formula is really simple. Equal sign mod. Show me the remainder. Remainder of what? Well, when we take the row number and divide it by 2, is a remainder. And this formula will give you true or false result, 1 or 0. So I don't really need to type anything else. I can simply use it. I'm going to expand the dialog box and now click on the Format button and select a format. So I'm going to select some kind of a background color, fill color. Click OK, click OK. And now it's working. I have alternating colors. I have no color, or I have green color. And the green color is applied to those cells where the remainder is 1. When the remainder is 0, there's no color applied. What if I would like to have a different color for those rows that are not green? For that, I will create another conditional formatting rule and apply it to the same range. I'm going to click on New Rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format, and I'm actually not going to collapse it. I'm going to paste that same formula. So equal sign mod of row divided by 2, row number divided by 2. And if I do nothing else, it will be saying, well, if it's true, then that's my condition. Except I'm going to say, if this is equal to 0, and that is a different condition. If this is equal to 0, in that case, it will be true only when it's equal to 0. And now what I do, I click on the format and select a different color. I'm going to select this color right here, click OK. And sure enough, I have alternating colors. The benefit of this approach, if I delete a row, let's say I click on row 7 now, and I click on Delete key, the alternating colors do not disappear. I do not mess up the formatting for the data set. Another benefit of this, you can simply transfer this particular conditional formatting by clicking on a single cell, any cell. So say I click on any cell here and click on the paintbrush and select more rows down below, and it will transfer that same conditional formatting that is based on the row number, and it is looking whether, when you divide that row number by 2, whether there is a remainder, which is 1, or if that remainder is equal to 0, then it applies a different color. This is a really common technique, and I thought you might enjoy having it as part of your toolkit. I will see you in the next video.